Hi, this is Patrick Ethier, and I'm here with Mayor Mike Manning, and you're watching the WVLT Channel 17 talk show. Now, how are you doing?
I'm doing well today.
I saw recently that Watervliet will be sharing ambulance system with the Green Island. Can you tell us more?
Yes, we already do mutual aid fire with Green Island, and our last group effort was we shared the cost of a new ladder truck. We needed a new ladder, they needed a new ladder, and instead of us both buying one, we shared the cost there. What we've done with the ambulances, we're simply now going to be covering ambulance calls for Green Island as the first choice. And provided we don't have anything going on in Watervliet, where the ambulance is already tied up, we'll be responding to Green Island. If we're not available, Green Island will continue to call a private carrier like Empire or Mohawk. For Green Island, it costs them nothing. We're doing the service for free. And for us, it really doesn't cost us anything more because our fire department is staffed whether we're on a call or not. And in this case, there's the added bonus of typically the person being taken to the hospital would pay us a fee for the transport. So it's a revenue-generating program for the city of Watervliet.
Now, what happens if we're at a call, if Watervliet's at a call at Green Island and we need a call? Do you know yet?
Yeah. Each situation will be assessed differently, but if our fire department and or our ambulance are already tied up, if we have the capacity, we have 2 ambulances, so there's a possibility we could still field the call. But if not, the calls would just roll over to the private carriers. In our case, we go to Mohawk next, and Green Island goes to Empire. We also have the ability to bring in Troy, who has an ambulance service, and the town of Colony. So it's a pretty well set up system. All we're really doing is putting a different name at the top of the call list. So there'll be no shortage of ambulances.
Is there anything more planned for the new Erie Canal Park?
Other than finishing touches, pretty much what you see now, the walls of the canal have been exposed, and we've planted new grass down inside, put some stairs in. What's left is really lighting and fencing to protect it so no one drives into the big hole that we just put down there. But we did put in a plaque with some info on the canal, and we also dedicated the canal to Mayor Donnelly, who was one of our longest tenured mayors. And ironically, Mayor Donnelly started the tradition, the policy of naming things after past mayors. Like in the Watervliet Housing Authority, all the complexes are named after a former mayor, and he was the only mayor who didn't have anything named after him. So we took care of that.
Now, can you tell me where the canal is located?
The canal that's exposed, or
Yeah.
where it used to be?
Where it used to be.
Well, what we exposed was more what they called the side cut. And the side cut is a way that you could get in off of the river and into the canal. So the canal actually ran parallel to the river, and it ran in today's city pretty much down 2nd Avenue, through the Arsenal, down 2nd Avenue. The current firehouse and DPW garage are built pretty much right over where the canal would be. The dome. So the canal was kind of just the other side of 2nd Avenue. And then you could either keep going or cut back out to the river. But according to records, most of, if you were going up from New York City and then going out west, you pretty much stopped in Watervliet to unload or rest or get ready to take that part of the journey. But it'd probably be a good thing to interview maybe on one of your shows Tom Rogusta from the Historical Society. At the dedication, he gave a pretty interesting talk of the timeline of the canal and what happened in Watervliet. It was very interesting.
Now, do you have any information on? We recently had a boat fire in the Hudson. Do you have anything, any information?
Well, a boat floated downriver from, up the Troy Cahoesway, and it was on fire, and it was out in a location where no one could get to it. We tried to get to it from our river park, and basically what we had to wait for it to do is come ashore, and then they were able to put the fire out by shooting over it, down from 787 down to it. It was being watched so it didn't run into something like the bridge or something and cause damage, but it came ashore right over here where there's really nothing to damage, so I guess more excitement than actual problem.
Can you tell our viewers of the new notification system for the Waterville residents?
Sure. As we continue to try and find better ways to keep everyone notified of what's going on, not only for emergencies, but large events that affect the city, the Arsenal City Run, the parade, things like that are going on that are going to disrupt a section of the city. We're going to be soon putting out information where the residents can come on and create their own information screen, name, address, phone numbers, emails. This new system will be able to send phone, text, and email to whatever numbers and get put into the system. So it's really going to be somewhat dependent on the residents to get in there and put their information in so we can get to them. But then we have plans to do a lot more notifying than we've done in the past. In the past, we've pretty much only done it for limited events, and we're using a database of phone numbers that we've been collecting piecemeal, most of which we've collected strictly for snow emergency. But this new system will allow us to notify for anything and everything, so pretty excited about it. And everyone should watch for that. Within the week after Thanksgiving, we'll be making an announcement, and hopefully we can get everyone in there. If you don't have a computer, we'll be having locations like the library and City Hall and perhaps even housing can help giving access to a computer so people can go in and sign up.
Did you enjoy the Eagles-Giants game this past Sunday? I sure did.
You did? Oh, so you're an Eagles fan. Okay. No, but I have to say I'm pleased with the Giants for they were able to drive the ball down. Unfortunately, Eli Manning fumbled, but in the past I don't know if they make that play, and we all know what happened last year with the Eagles-Giants. That total unraveling didn't happen this year. So I mean, still a long way to go in the season, and Giants fans will just have to hold their breath like we do every year.
All right. Thank you, Mayor Mike Manning. This is Patrick Ethier, and we're signing off.